Alright, here's the car since the repaint. I won't go into the engine bay since that's already on the other video. So take a close look at everything on the car here. A little bit of water drops on it, and you can see all the stuff that was gone is now taken care of. Still have not put the rear symbols on. And you can see MagnaFlow 3-inch crushed bent exhaust. Just some nice tips on it. See if I can get across the top of the bumper here. Again, all the clear coat, that's just some spot I hadn't cleared up. All the clear coat stuff is taken care of, as you can see. All new paint. That door is a little dirty, I didn't clean that one. Anyways. Right, again, the cracked windshield. Pretty sure it's going to show up. Stops right there. If I can get a right angle on it, there we go. Now you can start to see it. It goes down. Because I have my DoD stickers and registration stickers over there in the corner, that's why I haven't replaced it until the person actually buys it. So, over to you. When you buy it, I'll go ahead and replace it. There are a couple spots that, you know, a couple minor things, like this has got a little bit of that and a few holes. So it's not a perfect paint job by any stretch, but it is a nice paint job. These are actually stock. I had the clearer ones on the other bumper. You're welcome to those, but well, drove it to work. Again, this was really bad shape before. No hood gap. And the same is true of, these are flush all the way around. This was the offending spot that was terrible. You can see it's basically level again. As is all this. There's another spot that is not quite perfect. So, you know, there's a few where, you know, they had a hole and it didn't quite fill all the way in. I don't know if that's even going to show up. Yeah, it is. And the same thing, this is probably one of the worst spots. I just got a little bit of that. I'm guessing you could replace the mirror or, you know, sand that down and redo it. I don't know if that's going to show up or not. Anyways, there's kind of like a little bit of paint creasing up, if you will. It's underneath the clear coat. So there's a few, you know, a handful of spots on the car that are like that now. Alright, interior. Door's in really nice shape. It has been repaired, but it's worked great for me for almost 2 years now. Stock steering wheel. There's the worn spot that I was talking about right there. So that's the worst spot on it. I do have a stock seat, but I took a lot of this cushioning out to physically lower it down about that much. So I have one that doesn't have the wear right here, but it's, you know, that much lower, so it may not be comfortable for some people, but, you know, I can certainly swap this one out for that one if that's what you prefer. I wish that would pop up the mileage. It's around 120 right now. You can see that, you know, this thing, you know, could use a new one of these and a new centerpiece, which is broken. Pretty standard. Every one I've ever owned is like that. I have seen one that wasn't broken. There's a guy who garaged it all the time. There's the passenger handle. Good and solid. MB Cork door speakers. That little thing is a cup holder, by the way. Stick a cup down in there. Long drives to work. Got the Mustang shifter. Cruise control back on and fully functioning. Already talked about in the previous video about this one will peg out. It's either a ground issue in the what's behind this, which this is an aftermarket gauge behind this, or it's the sender. I don't know. I'm not going to play with it. Whoever buys it can deal with it. And then it's an aftermarket sensor behind you. About centered is about 170 or so. 180 is a little bit above. 200 is about 2/3 of the way up, and then about 220 is the white line. 230 is the red line. So it's a little deceiving for where I'd like it to be, but at any rate. And if any question, PCA rocks. It's chief driving instructor for the Porsche Club. That's where that came from. Alright. Got the aftermarket sub back here. And then it's going to be upside down. So that fits in there. And that sub, it's okay. As far as volume compared for a sub. All the plastic's in good shape here. A little water from when I was washing it earlier. Already started some of the sound deadening, just underneath the plastic stuff, but nothing else. Yeah, these are in good shape. A little dirty here, I just didn't wipe that off enough. Plastic's in good shape. A few little marks there. I don't know if they'll come out or not. Never tried. Didn't even notice they were there till I did this. Replace the mast with an aftermarket one internal to the stock one, so that's why this sticks up. Somebody can just replace it with a stock one or keep it as is. You already saw this from the inside. But notice how solid they close. And I'll close this door. So everything closes nice and solid. Everything works really well. Take it off my hands.